Showed all the work possible. Or that I
Answer is negative 104. XY, that's going to be negative 5 times negative 8 over 4. And then if you square the x, that would be a 25. And then y minus x is negative 8 minus a negative 5. This is 40. So 40 divided by 4 is going to be 10. And then this is negative 3. Times 25 is negative 75. So it should be a negative 65. Last one. Answer should be 15. The winning number is 3.
Oh my God.
Homework. If you have all of your work, come up and show it to me. Alright, 4 are here, 3 have homework, 75%. Here are the answers. I'll give you the answers first, then we'll go back and pay more attention to the work if you have questions. 1 is D, well really number 19, however you numbered them. The next one is J. Number 3 or number 21 is E. On number 3, this was the original problem, and you had to figure out what it was equivalent to. So here's an A and a minus 4A. You have to use the signs in front of each. A minus 4A is negative 3A. And then 2B minus 6B is negative 4B. And 3C plus 5C is 8C. So negative 3A minus 4B plus 8C. A lot of those choices for that problem looked alike.
Yeah.
Number 4 or number 22 is G. If you're given the reference angle and it's asking you to figure out sine of that angle, you go straight across for opposite. So this would be opposite. Right beside it is adjacent, and that's the one beside it that is not the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is straight across from the right angle. So sine is opposite over adjacent. Whatever is opposite, or sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So whatever is opposite, which is A, and then over hypotenuse C, would be choice G. Number 5 or number 23 is B. Number 6 or number 24 is H. Number 7 or number 25 is A. Number 8 or number 26 is G. Number 9 or number 27 is B. There we go. Alright, on 9 or 27, this is the missing part. And it tells you in the problem that this segment is parallel to this one here. And you've got a right angle there and there. You're given 4 and 3, so this is really a smaller triangle within that. 3 and 4. This whole thing here is 20. What you can do from this is notice that the hypotenuse of this triangle corresponds to the hypotenuse of the longer triangle. So you can set up a proportion where you have 5 to 20. And the way I came up with the 5, because it wasn't given to you, is that this is a Pythagorean triple. So you would do 3 squared plus 4 squared to get 25, and the square root of that is 5. That's the Pythagorean theorem. Once you get that 5, then you can correspond it to the 20 like I did here. 5 over 20 equals, and then you have to set up the other fraction with something you know from this triangle and something you don't know from this one. So we went from small to large in our proportion, small triangle to large. So you go from small here, 3, to the corresponding side you don't know. I just called it AE. Cross multiply, come out with 12. Number 10 or number 28 is H. You must know sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. You have to know those three things, because if you don't, then the rest of it's going to be for naught. It'll be too easy to make a mistake. All you're going to do here is just label off the triangle. Forget about sine, cosine, and tangent for just a moment. And we're just going to do opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. What I'll do is I'll mark an angle such as this. That's the reference angle. And then you tell me what it is that I point out. What would this side be in relation to that angle? Opposite, yeah, because it's straight across from it. What would this side be? And naturally the last one is what? Alright. Here it is again, except this is going to be the reference angle. What is this? This. And what's left over is adjacent. So this is going to be A, B, and C, and we have sides A, B, and C. Notice the small b side is across from the large B angle. That's how it's normally set up. So what you need to give me is the ratio that represents what I asked for. So in the first one here, it's going to be sine of angle A. Sine of angle A, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So what's opposite of angle A? Little a. And over little c. So it's opposite over hypotenuse. And you got to know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, or you can't even begin the problem, or else you have to take a guess. Here's another one. This one's going to be angle A, B, and C. What is cosine angle B? Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse.
No, little c over little b.
Cosine of this would actually be 0. Cosine of a 90-degree angle is going to be 0. So it doesn't matter what you have for C, B, or A. The lengths don't matter. So cosine is 0 in that case. We'll try this one. A, B, C, and we're looking for tangent of angle A. Tangent is opposite over adjacent.
Little a over little c.
Yeah, little a over little c. Try this one and drop off an answer, A, B, C, D, or E, and then we'll go through it. On this problem, what you have to do first is to distribute through. So on the left-hand side, you've got to multiply x and 2 by 6, and on the right, x and minus 5 by 7. So on the left, you should have 6x plus 12, and then greater than, on the right, 7x minus 35. So now you're solving it just as if it were an equation. The steps are the same. you want the 6x to stay where it's at, and you're going to move this to the left and change the sign. Then, on the right, you're going to have negative 35, and then on the left, this goes over to the right and becomes minus 12. Now 6x minus 7x is negative x, and on the right you have a negative 47. Do you remember back to Algebra 1 when if you have an inequality and you have to divide both sides by a negative number, what happens to the sign? You have to flip it. So you end up with x less than a positive 47, which is what choice? E, yes. Here's another problem just like the last one. This one is 3 times the quantity, x minus 2, less than 4 times the quantity, x plus 3. On this, it should be 3x minus 6 less than 4x plus 12. So 3x minus 4x less than 12 plus 6 is a negative x less than 18, but you must divide both sides by a negative 1. So you get x greater than a negative 18. Well, the square is at, the one vertex is at over 2 and up 0, so here it is. There's 1 point. And then of these choices, which one could be a possible vertex? Each side is 3 centimeters long, and the graph is marked off in centimeter units, so each box goes over 1 centimeter. So you could go in this direction, you could go 3 there, you could go 3 there, or back 3 this way, so we're in negative territory now. And you could go down 3, and I can only mark off 1 on that. Didn't leave myself enough room. So if I go up from here, I'm already at 2, so now I'm at 2, 3. Is 2, 3 a choice? No. If I go this direction, I would be at 3, 4, and then 5. I would be at 5, 0. Is that a choice? There it is. Answer is K. One vertex of a square is at 3, 5. The square has sides that are 7 meters long, and the graph has a key of 1 unit equals 1 meter. And all you have to do is name a possible vertex of that square. There's more than one answer. There's 4 different options for this. You could have 4 different answers. So if you start with 3, 5, and the triangle or the square is 7 meters long, if you go this direction, then you're going to add 7 to the 3. So you could have 10, 5. If you go this direction, you're going to subtract 7 from the 3 and get negative 4, 5. If you go down in this direction, you're going to subtract 7 from the 5 and get 3, negative 2. If you go in this direction, you're going to add 7 to the 5 and get 3, 12. So we had for answers 10, 5 on the table, and we had 10, 0. So 10, 0 would be off. Tonight's homework's online. You have 10 problems. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
More triangles and shapes on